How's it going, y'all? Today we are starting in Alcea at the start of the highway we made a video on yesterday. This is the start of Highway 501 southbound. About a mile we'll be turning onto the road that we're actually making a video on today. Once again, I'm in the Acura. I wanted to make more videos here in the Highway 34-ish area before they do a chip seal, which will cause certain delays. The road we'll be covering today is South Fork Road. It is a Benton County maintained road for a couple of miles before it switches to BLM or Bureau of Land Management's hands. This road eventually turns into Alpine Road, which will take you to the small community of Alpine, and eventually ends on 99W. Now, as you can probably tell by the look of this road surface, this is not a very heavily maintained road, though it's also not a very heavily driven road. Up ahead it turns into a one-lane road, which people still treat like a two-lane, seems like. There is multiple turnouts though, and most of those turnouts are in pretty scenic places, which is very nice. I have to pause the footage here because I know YouTube's bitrate turns my videos into potato salad, but it is impossible to overstate how gorgeous Oregon scenery is in the summer. So, found a good little pull off here. Quite beautiful, got a little foresty area going on. We currently are just hopping and skipping these bumps. I mean, it is quite roughly maintained. I'm not quite sure who maintains this road yet, because it said N County Maintenance. It could be anyone. Not a lot of street signs, not anything really warning you on some of these corners. They are quite bumpy, quite sharp. Definitely better for something a bit taller than this thing. This thing's just catching everything bad. We're about 8 miles away from Alpine, probably 10 miles away from Alcea. Is that true? I don't know. We're about 13 miles away from Alpine currently. So about 13 more miles of widened forest road, seems like. Let's hit the road. Thanks, past me. I forgot to mention, the whole time going down this road, I was telling myself that this just looked like the same forest road I went down yesterday, but maybe a little bit wider. That tells the quality of this road. Now here we have the Alpine Falls State Park. Now I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of antisocial and I didn't enjoy the amount of people that were there, so I was only there for about 5 minutes and I was too scared to pull the camera out. I felt like the boomers were judging me, but I did take a good Damn it, I'm just realizing in post-production that my GoPro switched itself to a different camera mode. All I remember was I replaced the battery and I guess it had a different camera angle in memory because I didn't even remove it off its mount. I just shut it off, replaced the battery, and turned it back on. I will definitely be double checking my GoPro before every take from now on. This is a reminder to not only Oregon drivers, I don't care if you live in Oregon or in the US or any country or whatever, respect the other drivers on the road and respect their space. This Chevy Bolt driver should not be driving a road like this if they're not experienced in controlling where exactly on the road their car is. This was a very dangerous maneuver, and I'm tired of seeing drivers like this on roads like this. Now, it doesn't show well on the camera, but I can actually see a good couple hundred feet in front of me because the road loops back forward and I can see it through the trees. Plus, this Harley guy waved me through. So don't think I'm talking shit on the Chevy Bolt for doing dangerous maneuvers and then doing dangerous maneuvers myself. And here's where the fun mountainous route comes to an end and turns back into a 2-lane road. I do believe it also turns back into a county-maintained road as well, turning into Alpine Road as opposed to South Fork Road. Here is the small town of Alpine. Now, my surface level research I did on this small town certainly gave me some laughs. I'll give you a couple highlights from the Wikipedia page. Alpine was so named because it is on top of one of the foothills on the Central Oregon Coast Range. It is noted that the situation is not particularly alpine in character. The community has burned 3 times since its heyday in the early 1900s. When the Alpine market closed in 2004, the Alpine Tavern started selling groceries. Oh man, it's a gold mine. And here we are at the end of Alpine Road. It ends at Oregon Route 99W. However, I did want to pull off not only to stop the GoPro, but for something else. So, there we go. End of the road. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. There's a reward over here. One of the very best things about Oregon. Wild blackberries. Look at this. Not very big yet, but... oh, damn good, though. Damn good. Back to you, post-commentary. Yeah, fuck you too, past me. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I sure enjoyed making it, and I hope it inspires you to find a road like this near you. Shout out to all my Midwest bros. I feel bad for y'all. Peace.